Hello everyone, this is Tina from Of Earth and Bone Art Studio. So today I thought I would do a quick video of how to draw a face for those who have never drawn a face before and would like to learn, because we will be focusing a lot on figurative art or faces, female faces specifically, when we do our monthly journal prompts together each month. And since I always focus my art on the female face, that is why there's always the focus on that. So I thought I would just do a very quick how-to video on this. So just using a simple pencil and paper here, what I usually start off with is I do a cross. Okay, so just going to start off with a cross. This is going to be a very rough sketch because generally when I'm painting a face or doing a face in my art journal, or when I am doing it on canvas, it's just a very rough sketch of a face. And then the details and everything else comes in when I start adding color, the skin tones and all that sort of thing, and I start adding more of the finer details. So this is just the basics of a face, okay? So we're going to start off with a cross. Okay, so think of this part here. This is basically going down the bridge of the nose. So this is the center line going right down the middle of your face, and then this is where the eyes are, okay? So once I've done the cross, then I am going to, and I just do faint lines. Then if you think of this as the bridge of the nose, when you look at your face, or even put your hands or your fingers on your face, and you have your finger on the bridge of your nose right where your eyes are obviously not on the bridge of your nose. They're a little bit off to the side, right? So that's what we're going to do. So this is the bridge of the nose. So we're just going to go a little bit in. So we're just going to go a little bit in and draw a little line, and pretty much, just do the same thing, just eyeballing it, the same distance on either side. Okay, just eyeball it. So from that now that is the tip of your eye. So this is just right there at the tip there where it starts, your eye starts, okay? So now we're just going to go like that, okay? So just do that. That's just the start of your eye, just to give you an idea. So from there, and again, this is the line. This is all where the line is, okay? So now we're going to go here. So from here to about here, again, this is all about eyeballing it, okay? Now if you need a reference as well, have a mirror with you and look at your own eye, and with regards to the distance from your nose as the center point, okay? So from here, we're just going to do a circle, okay? And again, just do a circle. And again, if it's not in the right position, it's not a big deal. Just redo it. This isn't the final sketch of your face. Okay, so from here now, we're going to take this and we're just going to do this. It's almost like doing a crescent moon. Okay, so we have our lovely circle and just do like a crescent moon. Okay, I'm going to do it on this side too. I always have, now if you're like me, one side is going to look a little different from the other side. I don't know why that is. Maybe everyone's like that. But I've learned to accept this about myself, that my one side is not always going to look the same as my other side. But you know what? Our faces aren't exactly symmetrical either. So I've learned to accept. So we have our crescent moon. Okay, so now we take this and we just do a little fish hook. So just do a little tiny fish hook just like that. I'm going to zoom in here a bit more so you could see. Okay, so I did a little fish hook. Okay, now go back to where you drew your circle and just do a little line like that. And then you're going to go out to where that, and then go back to your fish hook. Okay, and then just go like that. Okay, so if you want, you could just kind of color in the eye a bit. And, okay, now we want so this is your eyelid. Okay, so now we want the crease in your eye. Okay, so you have that little crease above your eye. So we're going to draw that faintly in, sketch it in. You want your eyelid, the top of your eye, to be darker than the crease. The crease shouldn't be as dark. Okay? So see how that's now formed an eye. And then just above that, again, eyeballing it, you want to do another kind of, not quite a crescent moon, but that's the eyebrow. Okay? So we have that. Okay, so now we're going to go down a bit. So again, this is the center, and we're going to go down, like where the eyes are, and then we're going to go down. And again, use your own face as reference, okay? Now, sometimes for drawing, at least for myself, my point isn't to do like a realistic drawing or sketch of a person's face. So my nose of where my nose is may be longer than what the normal average face is, right? And that's okay. This isn't about doing realistic art. It's abstract art. So we're going to, I'm eyeballing it, and I'm going to take it around here and just do a little, again, crescent moon shape like that. Okay, so once I've done that, actually let me get back more in frame here, sorry. All right, so then I'm going to do like a little circle, like an oval shaped circle either side. And again, this is going to play around. So this is your nostrils. Okay, and then you're going to take your pencil and you're just going to do a backward C on that side and another C on this side. And there you go. Okay, so now we have the start of the nostril or the nose. Okay, so now I'm just focusing on the one side of the face here. So now we're going to do the lips. So again, use your face as reference. There isn't a huge gap between where your nose is, your nostrils, and the upper part of your lip. So we're not going to have it like down here. We're going to bring it right here. And again, it's just about eyeballing it. And we're just going to do this like, think of like when you're drawing just like a bird wings or a really wide V. Okay, so like that. Okay, so that's just to start off. Okay, so now we're going to go here, and this is where your two lips meet. Okay, so we're just going to go and draw it out long. Don't worry if you go too long, but kind of give an idea. When you look at here, where your eyes end, that's where the edge of your face is, right? Just like your eyes take you pretty much to the edge of your face. So you want it, if you need a reference point for your mouth, just take a line and quickly draw it down. And then of course you have your jaw. And again, these lines can be adjusted, so don't worry about it being perfect or imperfect or anything like that. Okay, so now we have that. So now I'm going to do that and then go back up here and just meet it at that line. And again, adjustments made. So just kind of play around and sketch until it looks kind of right. Okay, so we have that. I'm just going to widen this out a bit now. Okay, so now let's go to the bottom lip. Now generally the bottom lip is fuller than the top lip. So keep that in mind. So we're just going to kind of go in like that. Okay, so it's almost like doing, again, a crescent moon shape. Now, if you need more help with this, if you want some more reference to try to get it right, you could put a thin, like a very lightly circle there, draw a circle there, and draw a circle there. So now you know, follow the lines of your balls, like that. Okay, I've seen some people do that to help them along. So it's up to you if you want that, and then you can just erase that or whatever. And then also if you want another help with getting the chin, you could draw a very faint circle there. Okay, so that helps you go. So maybe I can bring this chin in more like that. And then obviously it would go, if I have the side of the face going like this, like that. And again, draw your lines in, play around with it. It's like, oh, do I want her face shaped like that, or do I want to go a little bit more? It's up to you now. I don't have an eraser because I don't usually use eraser on my sketches because I just end up painting over things anyway, but so, okay, and then you go back, then you could start adding. So you want the upper lid to be darker, and then add a little bit more here, like that. Going back to the eye, now we want the outer line as well. That's where the color of your eye is. Okay, go over more here, and then you have the little shading. And then there's always, you know, little shading here, you know. You want your shadows and your highlights. So think about where the source of light is coming from and where that would naturally draw or create shadows on the face. And where do we all naturally have highlights on our face? We naturally have the top of our face is usually, sorry, the top of our nose, the bridge of our nose, usually is, you know, that you usually highlight that, right? That's a light, that's a source there of where the light hits, and white on white is really no good here. Let me just do this. Okay, so you would have kind of going up. Okay, and then obviously, again, imagine if this was a lighter color, but, and then you would actually have the top of the cheekbones, right? That would hit the light. The high points of your face is really what you need to focus on, right? For highlighting, okay? And then you would have some parts of the lip. So the center, the bottom, and the two sides above, okay? Those are the highlighted areas of your face. And you would have some here, and there would be some up here on your forehead, the high points, okay? So it'd be like that. And then you would have the shadows. So where would one have natural shadows? So let's see here. Looking for my charcoal pencil. There it is. So again, I'm just going to so maybe I can use this. So you would have, you know, and this is where you start to form, okay, the structure of the nose. So it's not just this flat nose on the face. This is when you start, your face starts to add some dimension, okay? So I'm using both charcoal, and that's why it's kind of blurring my lines here. So you would have your shadows going down. This is really rough, so just keep that in mind here, right? And add some here, and then get back here with this, just so the eye, we don't lose it. Okay. And then you would have some here. Now another highlighted area is here where the chin is, okay? So you would have that. And then you would have and maybe here there'd be some shadow because you think of hairline. Now the hairline, while we're doing this, if you look, go back to the center line. Now it depends on where you want the part in the hair. So if you want the part here or in the center, I tend to do it in the center. So you just start here. Again, use your own face as a reference for where your hairline is. So I like to, it cuts into the face. So it depends on you and how you want the hairstyle. But it goes down, cutting into the face. Okay. And then you have your neck. Page isn't. And then of course, you know, you have your shading or shadows right underneath, right? Underneath our chin, where our jaw is, and like underneath our jawline and our neck, you would have some more shading to do there, shadow, right? So again, this is a really rough sketch, and then you would see, now I can add some of the white there. And then there would be a little bit of, so you have your, a little bit of shadow there, right above. Just be careful you don't make it too dark. You don't want to give her one of those little mustache things of some nasty person whose name I don't want to mention, but we all learned about it in history class. All right, so we have that. So that's basically just the basics of a face. Okay, so like I said, start off with the T or the cross. This is going to be, because I'm trying to, here we go, like that. Okay, you start off with that and you go from there. You got your little lines of where to start the eyes, your circles, drawing it in. A lot of crescent moon shapes or C's, and straight lines and circles. That's pretty much all it is. And then of course the whole face really starts to take shape and starts to have dimension to it when you start adding the shadows and the highlights, okay? Because that's what starts giving the face actual structure and taking it from there. And I like to do little smoky eyes, and I would really, you know, play around, and I like a really dark upper lid. And then of course you would add a little, it won't work on this right now, but a little highlight. So I would add a little bit of white here, maybe right at the tip there again, to bring more light source and a realism to the eye. Okay. So anyway, that is my, what I hope is a quick video. It's just under 20 minutes. My quick video of how to draw a face.